Plus, save up to 75% on your plane reservation, so call right now. 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644.
Hi, this is Bill Martinez. Join us every Monday through Friday from 9 to noon Eastern when we're covering the issues that matter most to you. From Obamacare, the latest from Russia, the Middle East, Israel, immigration, and more. We're talking with the policy and political experts so you can be better informed. It's Bill Martinez Live, brought to you in part by my friends at Good News Tax Relief. Let them help you get your peace of mind back by dealing with the IRS for you. Proven experience, proven results. Call 800-255-7500.
Welcome to the Sports Lounge. Every week here at this time, going over the world of sports. I'm your host, Michael Horn, along with the star of our program, the man we call Sultan, the Sultan of safeties. 2 safeties in one game in the same quarter. The all-pro defensive end, the acting legend, the one and only Mr. Fred Dryer.
Thank you so much, Mike Horn. If that is, in fact, your real name. Where's my...
There you go.
There it is.
Always good to set your headphone level so you can hear yourself. That's good. Fred, how was your week? What's been going on?
Let's see. Everything's good. I am your transparent host. I've been that for now the last several weeks.
Yes, you have.
And so anything you want to ask me today about anything, any subject, and I've looked at all the subjects here.
We have lots to go over today.
And there's lots, but there's nothing that has the poignancy that I like when I read my sports clips.
You every day research sports stories. Am I right? You're looking at the papers every day. You came in and immediately I heard rustling because I put the newspaper out there for you, and I could tell you gravitated toward that, and you immediately started thinking about stories for the show, didn't you?
No, I sat on it. That's why.
Was that why it rustled?
Yeah.
Somebody left it on the chair out there?
My favorite chair. So I sat on the sports page. No, I gather my news throughout the week, such as the big topic today, as it is, no matter where you go, probably in the world, locally, sports-wise, is the Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
And every time the Winter Olympics especially comes along, it just reminds me how much I'm so tired and hate the Olympics.
I do, too. It's like every 4 years, actually every 2, because the Summer Olympics are in a couple of years now, and then it goes back to the Winters. Every 4 years for the summer, every 4 years for the Winters, but you only get a year off, and it's the Olympics again. And there's they have so many. I saw there was an event called butt skidding, where people sat on steps with snow, and then they just skidded down to the bottom of the street. That's a new event this year.
That's a new event, and there's also drunk tossing.
Yeah. They go to a restaurant
it's like,
in the snow.
Yeah, and then you pick out the guy you want to throw, and you go outside, and you try to slide him down the ice and see how far he goes.
Fred has it all on his new website, freddryer.co, along with Highway 395, his new movie, so check it out at freddryer.co. Yeah. It is the sports show, the one and only Sports Lounge with Fred Dryer. And we're here just talking a little bit about the Olympics. So and there's another one I saw, rope burning, where they actually lit a rope, and then the people rolled around in the snow to get the fire to go out before it hit their pants. That's a new one.
Yeah, that's a good
I saw.
And the prerequisite is drinking.
Yes, I think so.
Oh, the other one,
the main one?
The main one, I've always felt this way. I had arguments with my ex-wife. I have had arguments with girlfriends and boyfriends. And here's what it is.
What is it?
Figure skating. Figure skating.
You can't figure that one out, can you?
And here's what it is.
A lot of people like it.
Well, of course they do. And it's so glamorous, and it's so dramatic, and it's just so gay. And it's everyone is skating.
It's a lot of work.
Skating backwards.
Right.
Sticking their ass in your face, looking over their shoulder, grinning. That's what it is.
So you like
jumping and spinning and coming to a halt.
It's very difficult to
do.
Deep
breathing and
not your thing.
Oh,
you'd rather watch the hockey teams. I do like the hockey. I like any kind of sport. Like when they had baseball in the Summer Olympics, I like that. I love the hockey.
The luge.
No. And what's that thing where they have the it's like shuffleboard and they're just cleaning
sweeping? The
the
sweeping?
sweeping.
Yeah.
I think it's called the sweeping.
Yeah, it's the
Whatever it's
sweeping.
called, the lunge or the whatever. That's pretty good. I think they just call it shuffleboard and just try and knock the thing off.
No, it's a waste of time. It's had its day. It's over.
It either is or it isn't. When it comes down to it, that's all that really matters when choosing a certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz. It's either certified by Mercedes-Benz factory-trained technicians or it isn't. It's either backed by an unlimited mileage warranty for up to 5 years or it isn't. It's absolute confidence in 30,000 precision parts or it isn't. The Mercedes-Benz Certified Pre-Owned Sales event now through February 28th, only at your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer. Come in today and take advantage of 2 years of complimentary prepaid maintenance and special financing offers available through Mercedes-Benz Financial Services. There are those who settle for nothing less. For them, the choice is simple. It's either up to Mercedes-Benz standards or it isn't. It's flawlessly maintained or it isn't. It's either Mercedes-Benz Certified Pre-Owned or it isn't.
See your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for complete details and limitations on certified pre-owned warranties.
We are back in the Sports Lounge, coming to you each and every week at this time. This radio station, this cable system, Amazon Echo, Google Home, you name it, we're there. The one and only Michael Hornan, mainly our star of the show, Fred Dreyer, here with us. So the Olympics, Fred, not your thing, and there's some politics in this right now because I heard that the South Korean hockey team, they've got a Canadian, I think, coach that's doing this for the women or whatever, and they have to. The North Koreans cannot come in on their own, so they got to be part of the South Olympic team. And then they can only suit up 22, but they have like 40-some players. And when they suit up 22, 5 of those have to be North Koreans. I'd throw the North Koreans out. If you can't qualify with your own country coming in because you got atomic bombs or whatever, then they should not be in the Olympics.
Why is that format the way it is?
Somebody set it up that way. The Olympic Committee or whatever allowed that.
It's commie
the,
hockey.
Well, the communists want to come in. The North Koreans come in, and they've got that the sister. Is it the sister of Kim Jong Il? And then they got she's in there, and everybody's CNN saying how wonderful she is and everything. In the meantime, they're killing people.
She'll stab you. She's got an ice pick in her purse. I'll guarantee you. I bet she stabs 4 or 5 people at lunch.
You think so?
Have you seen her?
Yeah, and CNN
She's
keeps
so
saying how
cute.
wonderful she is, and
She's so cute.
It's like I don't think if you take the Ruskies out, the Russians were out because they had doping. Then these guys, if they got atomic bombs and they won't go ahead and follow along with UN regulations or whatever, why should they be allowed to bring people in and screw up the South Korean team?
Yeah, Morning Joe and Lisa, Misha Brzezinski love her.
Mika Brzezinski.
Mika, yeah,
and Morning.
Kami.
And they're on NBC, so they can talk a little bit about it. NBC. What do you think of their coverage? Have you liked it? It's 24 hours a day. I want to see Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, and instead it's all Olympics.
I don't want to see any of it. I told you this. I'm fed up with it. I don't want to see any more Olympics.
You're kind of
I'm closing in on summer.
You're kind of in that closed arm kind of. You're really upset about.
I'm resolved to my opinion. I just don't think there's any value. Going around the world and listening to people whisper as somebody does something.
And figure skating is not your thing.
No.
Can't figure that one out.
No, Dick Button. When Dick Button left, that was it.
Who was Dick Button?
He was the guy, the play-by-play guy.
Oh, so he used to,
He was the guy. He always used to say, and now here it comes, a triple axel. Will he do it? He stuck it. Oh, God. And then they had to cut away because the guy would just, foam all over the place.
That was Dick Butkus that used to do that?
No, Dick Button.
Oh, Button. Dick
Don't
Button.
you know Button, Dick Button?
No, but that impression you did, I remember, reminded me of what I used to hear.
Reminded you of Dick Butkus?
Yes, it did. It reminded me of the announcer whose name I didn't know. Yeah, because he used to get very excited when there'd be a triple axel.
No, it's unbelievable. Then they would cut to him, he had his little black turtleneck on, and he looked like that guy in the 30s series Ming the Merciless. He looked like the guy that would
I don't know who
that would stare, at Dale Arden. No, it's going over everybody's head.
It's
You know that.
all over my.
Yeah,
You
don't
know
know, but
Dale
she
Arden?
was. You know what? You know how good she was, Dale Arden, in that movie, in that show.
Dale Arden,
Dale Arden.
not Eve Arden.
No, Dale Arden. That was the character's name.
Oh.
in Flash Gordon's girlfriend.
Flash Gordon's girlfriend.
And Flash Gordon.
Yeah, okay,
and his
gotcha.
being the merciless
Oh,
Charles
this guy.
Middleton. Remember
Yeah.
Charles Middleton?
Okay, there-
he
and this-
was terrific.
And so this was.
Oh, was he great?
Come back in the next break. We'll get you back into the new millennial. But hey, that's a good one. Flash Gordon is good.
Hey, you know, so I might tell you something. It's fortunate that some guy like me,
Yes.
and you,
Yes.
would start talking about those things, because what do you think your cell phones are for? When somebody says,
look it up.
Yeah, Dale Arden, let me just see what that is.
yeah.
Boom, 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 and they've got it right there and they learn something.
That's right.
So the more that we talk about history and the more that we talk about the past things that we liked, and the more people get caught up with it and understand what the hell they've missed all these years, because there's nothing like Flash Gordon on TV right now. By the way, they're going back retro and making everything they can make that's cartoon. Everything that's old is now being reinvented by the new millenniums, the dopes that think that we're lame. We're the ones that created everything and did everything, and what have they done?
Nothing. You remember when they used to have hypnotists that would be a showstopper and they'd hypnotize you? And our friend Ron Beaton.
The great Kreskin.
Well, this guy was the great Boyer, and apparently Ron Beaton on his honeymoon was out of money in Vegas, and his wife wanted to go on stage, and Ron just wanted to get out of there, so finally he needed one more volunteer. Ron went up there, and they put him all under, but Ron could tell that what was going on. And part of the act of the great Boyer was he would hand his money clip with a gold piece and like $900 cash or something, or $1,000 cash, and he says, when I ask you for it, it's going to be so hot, you're not going to be able to hold it. So Ron put it in his pocket. When he asked it back, Ron kind of played that it was hot, and finally he put it back in his pocket. And the great boy says, well, what is in your pocket there? And he goes, my money clip and my money. And he'd bring it out again and hold it. He kept the guy's money clip, and the guy goes from the stage, well, can I at least have my gold piece back? So he handed it back, not knowing.
And he kept the money.
And he should have kept the gold piece. But anyway, and the great Boyer said the show was over. So I went on the phone and researched that, and there was a great Boyer. He was on with Groucho Marx on You Bet Your Life, and he used to do all these mind things over there. He was a hypnotist. But apparently he didn't hypnotize Ron when he did it. And that's one of the great
should have
stories.
hypnotized all of these Winter Olympic people.
Really? Is that what you-
Yeah, they should have just said, okay, mass hypnotize them at the opening ceremony, and then march them back onto the airplane.
You are missing regular television as I am. What are you watching here? You watching like old giant Dodger
Can
games?
I tell you something?
You what, Lakers?
I don't. I watch Kevin James on TV.
Oh, Kevin James, the old repeats there.
Yeah,
right?
I watch all those. I watch.
This is good to know.
And Sunday morning, I
what?
watch
Sunday morning, what?
Basil Rathbone.
You do?
Yeah, I
Old
watch.
movies you like?
I watch everything that I remember as a kid being great, because I look at stuff today and I'm looking at cooking shows, or I'm looking at all these things that have no meaning whatsoever. There's no programming. It's idiocy. Housewives of Atlanta, Housewives of Peoria, Housewives of New Jersey. All of this crap. It's terrible.
You sure it's not Basil Rathbone doing a cooking show with Basil? Is it Basil or Basil?
It's Basil, and they named him after the herb.
Now, what show is Basil Rathbone? What is he in? Is he the famous?
Adventures of Sherlock Holmes.
That's what I thought. Sherlock Holmes. That's a good one. That people will know.
Those are great. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. I read all his stuff when I was in training camp. I got all the books and I read them.
I've gotten into history. No, we're digressing here from sports, but I read Brian Kilmeade's show about his book about Andrew Jackson and the Battle of New Orleans, because I love that Johnny Horton song.
Yeah.
And my gosh, I think schools are not teaching history for some time now. If they just got this story and realized what Andrew Jackson did, putting together the pirates and the Creoles and all these different nationalities and things in New Orleans to beat these
Those were the Muslims.
This was, I'm telling you, they would have taken over our country in New Orleans, and it would have been under Spanish control or British control. This is great stuff to read these stories.
It's exciting.
Can we play the Battle of New Orleans with Johnny Horton sometime? Because it's
1814.
took a little trip down the Mississippi,
Around the Mississippi.
Yeah,
Down the Mississippi.
along with Colonel Jackson down the mighty Mississippi.
Yeah, so we ran
took
out.
a little
we
bacon,
ran out. We
took a little beans.
bacons.
Yeah,
Caught the
And we
bloody
started
British in the town of
to
New Orleans.
We fired our guns. Remember those British kept running?
Until the cannon melted
Wasn't
down.
nigh as many
So
as
we
there was
grabbed
a
an
mile ago.
alligator and we fired another round.
I guess we don't need it. We just did it for you. Do we have to pay royalties on that? I don't think so. It is the one and only Sports Lounge with the musical. I didn't realize this whole side of Fred Dry. He'll be back with Brahms' Rhapsody in Blue coming back. Just wait with us.
This is the Mungle on Movies. I'm Matt Mungle. The long-awaited Marvel film Black Panther hits theaters February the 16th. Angela Bassett co-stars and says it had a personal appeal to her.
The people that I would work with, it would be Chadwick, as Black Panther, and Lupita, these wonderful talents, Michael B. Jordan, and of course the director, first and foremost, Ryan Coogler. So I was looking forward to working with him since I'm such a big fan.
For more reviews, interviews, and a chance to win Wonder on Blu-ray, visit mungleshow.com.
Do you like burgers? Then experience the ultimate famous 50-50 burger at Slater's 50-50 in Pasadena, California. 50% ground beef and 50% ground bacon. Stop by at 61 North Raymond Avenue in Pasadena and visit Slater's 50-50. Experience our full bar with craft beer and more. Play in our cool new game room. View the best sports in our Slater's 50-50 TV lounge. Try our Slater's 50-50 Burgers by Design, too, and all of our incredible food, including our Sunday Bloody Mary brunch. Check out our VIP event space for private dining and ask about our chef-inspired catering company with a completely scratch kitchen-based service. It's all at Slater's 50-50 under new management at 61 North Raymond in Pasadena. Call 626-765-9700. 626-765-9700. Call now, 626-765-9700.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644.
Trying to sell your old car? Instead, donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind. Pickup is free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats, whether they run or not. Call right now and receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to over 50 locations. Call 1-800-785-9618. Donate your car today. That's 1-800-785-9618.
We're back in the Sports Lounge. I'm Michael Horn with the one and only acting legend, sports legend, the all-pro defensive end, the guy that had 2 safeties in one game in the same quarter, the star of Hunter, Land's End, Crisis, Agent X. And coming up, you've got the Transformer movie, am I right? That's
this summer.
Coming up this summer. That will tell you when that's coming out.
Probably.
And now Highway 395, his movie that is on his website. So one last thought here, if we can, about the Olympics. Do you know, there's a story out saying why the Olympians always bite their medals. Have you seen that, where they bite them?
No, I haven't.
Well, they do, because according to the Olympic Channel, the origin of biting into a medal comes from merchants regularly biting into coins to make sure that they weren't forgeries. So they bite the metal. Gold was alloyed with other harder metals to make it harder. So if biting your coin left teeth marks, the merchant would know it was a fake. So
that's an old pirate's tale, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. The current athletes are biting into metals to make sure the gold medals aren't even close to 100% real pure gold medals. But anyway, they're just checking it out.
They're copper. They're aluminum, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean,
So I'm sure they put their
they
teeth marks in
spray
it.
they spray paint on them.
Yeah, it's probably some of them are getting sick. By the way, there's a lot of flu and stuff going around I hear at the Olympics that, people coming down with stuff.
Oh well.
A lot of the the viewers of the Olympics, noticed that a lot of the athletes have been clutching stuffed white tigers after they win, and they're wondering why. And before they get the medals, the top 3 finishers in each event are first given small stuffed tigers of the Olympic mascot, and the tigers wear either a gold, silver, or bronze hat, depending on what medal you got.
Well, but why a tiger?
That's just the mascot. It's a mascot named Shuharang.
What?
Like Boomerang, only Shuharang. Soohorang.
Is this some sort of a Korean?
Yeah, that's the mascots in Korea, and that's their mascot for this year's. The white
is
tiger.
that a real tiger?
It's no, it's
no. But are they patented off of a real tiger?
Yeah, because the white tiger is considered Korea's guardian animal, and the suho means protection in Korean, and the rang means tiger, so it's the protection tiger. And the winners receive their actual medals at a second ceremony, but they get these stuffed animals at first.
Well, they're going to need it there with North Korea above them.
It's tough.
Can they sniff out bombs and stuff?
I don't know about that.
Well, what good are they if they can't sniff?
Let's move along to baseball. Obviously, the Olympics is not the topic of this week's show, but we'll have more for you next week as Fred covers everything for you.
Let's get an update on Shuho.
Let's get an update on Yu Darvish. This guy finally did not sign with the Yankees, did not sign with the Dodgers, the Texas Rangers, none of that. He signed up with the Cubs, which people said there was an outside chance, and it was a depressed free agent market, and so the Chicago Cubs signed him for a 6-year, $126 million deal on Saturday, pending a physical. I hope he continues to tip his pitches.
Well, but here's okay.
Your thoughts?
What about Jake Arrieta? He was with the Cubs last year and pitched very well.
They should have kept him, right?
And Arrieta's claiming, well, there's no money out there.
There's no money.
Well, but
the Cubs just paid $126 million, right?
They just signed Darvish, and that means they told Arrieta to go to fly a kite.
Darvish became possible because the Cubs had many holes to fill on their pitching staff, and they were supposed to be about quantity over quality when they shopped in the winter, and so they signed 6 free agent pitchers before they got Darvish.
Do you have a list of those?
None of the 6 contracts that say were for more than 3 years. The largest one they had was for Tyler Chatwood, $38 million. They spent $126 on Darvish, and there was outlay of at first for $21 million for Darvish. But the Cubs, he can make a big difference. The rotation is going to have John Lester, Kyle Hendricks, Jose Quintana, Tyler Chatwood. Mike Montgomery can be the swing man as opposed to the number 5 starter for the Cubs. And but they still you can't.
They're a little weak.
The postseason issues for Darvish. That's I
like Hendricks.
You like Hendricks?
I do.
Okay, Kyle Hendricks is good, so he's there. So anyway, they overhauled their pitching staff, and they did not re-sign outfielder John Jay either. So they've got their regular people there. But the Cubs made a deadline. Remember, they got their new closer. They picked up Brandon Morrow.
Yeah.
So, and I like Brandon Morrow. I think he could be good for the Cubs.
Yep.
So that's some good news for him.
Yeah, good for them.
Other baseball news coming your way here on the show, though. But spring training, the pitchers, I think, are showing up there already.
Yesterday.
We were supposed to have dinner with the Dodger manager.
Yes, you were.
Yeah, we were.
You were going to talk.
You were going to go too.
I was going to come in. It's surprising.
Dave Roberts is down there in spring training, I'm sure already.
But he's a wine guy, and so he's right up your alley with that. And so you missed a nice evening.
You going to go to spring training when I go down there and check it out?
Probably not. No.
Do you want to do this show from spring training one day? All right, maybe not. Okay, we're going to take a quick break.
Well, you could interview Dave down there in the dugout.
Wouldn't it be great?
Well, yeah.
Even while the game's going on, spring training, you can do whatever you want during those games.
You know something? You can do anything you want at baseball games.
That's very good. We'll continue straight ahead. It's the Sports Lounge with the one and only Fred Dreyer.
This is the Mungle on Movies. I'm Matt Mungle. The long-awaited Marvel film Black Panther hits theaters February the 16th. Angela Bassett co-stars and says it had a personal appeal to her.
The people that I would work with, it would be Chadwick, as Black Panther, and Lupita, these wonderful talents, Michael B. Jordan, and of course the director, first and foremost, Ryan Coogler. So I was looking forward to working with him since I'm such a big fan.
For more reviews, interviews, and a chance to win Wonder on Blu-ray, visit mungleshow.com.
You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain from a sports injury. If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com. 310-873-4422.
Do you want to fly somewhere, anywhere in the world? Smart travelers call myflightsearch.com for the best deals on flight tickets. Going to Manila, Bangkok, London, how about Singapore? Call myflightsearch.com for the lowest flight tickets available. What about a local vacation? Let's say you want to fly to Vegas, Orlando, Miami, Los Angeles, or Denver. Pick up the phone and call myflightsearch.com right now. We have exclusive deals that you can't find anywhere else. The only way you can get these low airline prices is by calling us. We have so many low prices available, we can't possibly tell them to you right here and now. If you're flying somewhere anytime in the next 6 months and you want the lowest airline ticket prices anywhere, you owe it to yourself to save a ton of money. So pick up your cell phone and call myflightsearch.com right now.
Call 800-445-3166. 800-445-3166. That's 800-445-3166. Call now. 800-445-3166.
Come to Angelo's and Vinci's to see the memorabilia of movie stars and theatrical magic right in downtown Fullerton, California. See the art of the masters, an Italian town square complete with storefronts of old Italian butchers and cheesemongers, fruit and wine vendors, seamstresses showing their wares, fairy lights from cathedral ceilings, and our ancestors smiling down at you from the family love altar. The romance of Romeo and Juliet, and find the mystical Room of the Moon. And don't forget King Kong, Dracula, Frankenstein, and who knows what awaits you in the wine cellar. Enjoy the great food. We hand stuff our pastas, roll each and every tortellini, bake our own bread, make our own sauces fresh from our private stock of Sicilian family recipes. From pasta to seafood, chicken to award-winning pizzas, tiramisu flown in from Rome. If you can't find something on our menu to tempt you, you don't like Italian food. Try our Sunday brunch, just $18.95, and Angelo's and Vinci's has been named 2 years in a row Best Italian Restaurant in Orange County. Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurant at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022.
I'm Jay Farner from Quicken Loans. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 4.125%, APR 4.36%. But choosing the right mortgage lender involves so much more than just a rate. We've earned 12 J.D. Power Awards for client satisfaction. And we invented Rocket Mortgage, a simpler, hassle-free way to get a mortgage completely online. So choose Quicken Loans, America's #1 online lender. Call 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Equal housing lender. NMLSconsumeraccess.org number 3030.
It's the Lounge Sports Show. Coming to you with Michael Horn and the one and only Fred Dreyer. So, got a few other baseball news. Spring training starting. There's a pitcher, or rather an outfielder by the name of Matt Kemp, who says he loves being back with the Dodgers. Now, this is the guy, Matt Kemp, that when he left the Dodgers and he was traded to San Diego, then went back to Atlanta, he said, I'm finally playing for a real baseball town. He made that statement, and he said, I like it because of...
Meaning Atlanta?
Meaning Atlanta.
That's a baseball town?
Yeah.
And L.A.'s not a baseball town.
But now he's saying he got there early on Tuesday. He knows the Dodger clubhouse, and they're saying they may trade him. You might comment on that in a second, but he was at the Dodger complex at Camelback Ranch for the first time since 2014. They say he looked comfortable. He said, quoting Matt Kemp, I've got a lot left in me. He's a former All-Star outfielder. He was in camp 6 days before the reporting date for position
lazy
players.
guy.
He was 6 days before. That's a pretty good thing to take a look at.
Yeah.
And so they're trying to see if there's room for him on the Dodgers roster. They got Chris Taylor is probably going to be the starter in center field. Yasiel Puig looked good last year coming to the camp. He's got the right field if he holds into it. There's options for left. It could be Kemp in the left field. And so so they're going to do some spring drills. Dave Roberts, who's supposed to have dinner with us and not, he likes what he has seen in Matt Kemp so far.
What he's seen, he hasn't played a lick. What's he mean? He likes what he's seen.
Because he's what's he mean? He's there early, and
God.
The deal with
and he'll tear his hamstring unloading his station wagon.
Is that what happens?
Yeah. These guys, they
hamstrings gone already.
No, they get reborn. They get to another team and they say, I've always loved the Dodgers. No, you haven't. You would never work out. You never stretched. You got hurt all the time, and you told people, I know this for a fact, you told reporters to go pump sand when they wanted to talk to you. You had a great opportunity here in L.A. You almost won the MVP. You lost out to Braun, the guy in
Milwaukee, yeah.
In Milwaukee.
Ryan Braun.
You had a hell of a year. People were all in your corner, and you did everything you could to drive people away. And one of them was running into third base in Chicago and tearing his hamstring. He was gone for 55 games.
Okay, so here's my thought for you. Do you have a date you think when the hamstring will go? Do you want to put up some kind of going to be in spring training, first month of the season?
Well, I'll guarantee you this.
What's that?
Just like half of that team.
Yes.
About 7 days, give or take a day or two.
Yeah.
Meaning 6 or 9. 6 or 8.
6 to 8.
Yeah. That half of that team will have to take a 3-day rest because their legs are tight and they're sore, and they have a little soreness, and
that's going to start in spring training.
You watch how that malaise, I call it a malaise. You watch how that overtakes training camp and sets a tone for the team. If this team is going to win, they've got to come out in spring training and not get hurt.
That's true.
They got to come out and they've got to hit, run, and field.
Okay.
They got to lead. And if they don't do that, if they turn around and say, well, we'll turn it on. You don't just turn it on.
Okay, let me ask you this question, because the Dodgers traded Adrian Gonzalez, Scott Kazmir, the pitcher, Brandon McCarthy, the pitcher who ended up on the Cubs, and Charlie Culberson, who I liked. Matt Kemp hit .276 with 19 home runs for the Braves last year. Adrian Gonzalez didn't do that well for the Dodgers. Do you think having Matt Kemp is better than having Adrian Gonzalez right now on the Dodger team? I think it is. Just because I liked Adrian Gonzalez, but I think he was starting to go south a little bit, and he getting a trade will probably polish his skills up wherever he lands. He's with
the Mets.
Oh, he is with the Mets now? Atlanta traded him to the Mets?
Yeah,
okay.
He's in the Mets now.
So anyway, Dave Roberts said of Matt Kemp, he's a pro. He's beginning his third season. Dave is as a Dodgers manager, and he says the big part of that is he wants to win. If you look at the batter's box last year, he had a productive season offensively. If you look at the metrics.
That's what I like about Matt. He really wants to win.
And if it's not everything, the defense has dropped off a little bit, he said, but
we'll see.
So he got there early. Clayton Kershaw. Also, since we're making some notes here and we have a story.
Are we off Matt Kemp?
No, finish. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, Kershaw is going to start his record 8th year as in the Dodgers opener. He's already
he should. He absolutely should start his 8th year. Now, look, I've seen it a million times up close, and I've seen it with the Dodgers and every other baseball, basketball, football, every team, every person that is looking to hang on suddenly comes back and apologizes.
There you go.
He apologizes, and he's now suddenly he loved the Dodgers. I keep saying this; it's redundant. I'll let you know when you get halfway through training camp if this guy came into shape. Or
all right.
If he's not. I'll guarantee you this guy's going to pull up lame. Watch.
You think so? You don't think he's ready to go? I think he might be ready this year. I think he might.
Oh yeah.
He knows he's at more the twilight of his career.
I don't know if he knows that or not.
Well, we'll see halfway
of
through.
Of course, yeah, we will. Now, do we root for everybody? Yeah, we root for everybody. But it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy in sports with guys who have no character and suddenly wanting to hang on. And now he's back with the Dodgers, and it's not going to work.
Let us know what you think. Fred Dryer, follow him on Twitter, Fred_Dryer, Facebook.com, The Real Fred Dryer. Email him, FredDryer@crntalk.com. And you can also go to his regular website, FredDryer.co, which will be very good over there.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to give you that one. We'll see what happens there, and people can make their comments and get to us. But spring training is going. I'm kind of getting ready for baseball a little bit now. I got a little twinge of...
well, football's over, thank God.
Yeah. What do you mean, thank God?
Thank God, it's over. I'm tired
You're
of it.
done with it?
Just tired of it. I'm tired of it.
Okay. We've got a couple of football news stories here. We'll get to those in a second. The Diamondbacks, here's one for you. They're going to store baseballs in a new humidor.
Perfect.
This season at Chase Field. The general manager, Mike Hazen, said this. They're going to join the Colorado Rockies as the only team in the majors with a humidor at their home park. You store your cigars there when you go
I was going to say, is there going to be enough room for my cigars? Do you have to uproot me?
Your El Productos could go in there. You got some of those? You got any Tiparillos?
Yeah, get my Cubanos in there.
Get the Cubanos in there and some baseballs. And the CEO, Derek Hall, hinted last year the team was hoping to install one during last season, but it never materialized. And so he said the pitchers have difficulty gripping the baseball in the hot, dry Arizona air. This will help out with the humidor. So it's going to be a wet, soggy baseball.
I'm rooting for the day you can smoke cigars while you play.
That day's coming.
I'm telling
you. They're kind of backing off a little bit while they're on the DL. They can smoke.
The humidor, you're halfway there.
You heard it here first.
I'm Jay Farner from Quicken Loans. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 4.375%, APR 4.62%. But choosing the right mortgage lender means choosing much more than just a rate. Let me ask you, does calling the company with the best client service in America, with 12 J.D. Power Awards to prove it, matter? Does calling the company that invented Rocket Mortgage, the industry's most innovative, client-focused technology, matter? Does calling the company with 17,000 plus team members who are helping to rebuild the great cities of Detroit and Cleveland matter? Of course it matters. No wonder our clients have made Quicken Loans America's #1 online lender. Call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com for the best mortgage experience on earth. That's 800-QUICKEN.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org number 3030.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Back in the Sports Lounge, I'm Michael Horn along with the one and only Fred Dryer. So we got some great stories. You can't make this stuff up here on our Sports Lounge. We look at the politics of sports, as Fred likes to say. And here's one, since baseball's spring training is getting underway. This former Major League pitcher has been arrested with 44 pounds of narcotics. Esteban Antonio Loaiza, the former pitcher for, he played for, a bunch of teams. I know he was on the Dodgers. Is it Loaiza? Is that how you say it? Loaiza? And They 44 pounds of heroin or cocaine they found in his possession. 2 felony counts of transporting, possessing narcotics with intent to sell. He was driving a vehicle police believe was being used to smuggle drugs, was pulled over for a minor traffic violation, and during a search of the vehicle, they found a sophisticated aftermarket compartment used to conceal contraband. And we're not talking about a humidor for cigars. Then they searched Loaiza, is that right, his name? Loaiza's home,
35.
and they discovered 20 kilograms or 44 pounds of cocaine. That's worth $500,000.
Just gets better.
Loaiza spent 14 seasons in the major leagues with 8 teams. He had back-to-back All-Star appearances with the Chicago White Sox in 2003 and 2004. He's 35 years old. He started 5 games for the Dodgers in 2007, and he made more than $43.7 million over his career.
That's not good enough for him.
I guess not. That would be enough for me.
Yeah. Well,
So,
guess what?
What's
He's
your thought?
35.
Yeah.
He'll get out when he's 141.
Is that when he's going to get out?
Yeah, I think he can make it. I'm rooting for him. And these guys, actually, you know the stupid quotient in these people. I mean, it's one thing to be clearly desperate. I mean, he must be absolutely flat broke, the poor guy.
Right.
But he's so far gone now. You'll never see or hear from him again.
It's tough.
Once they pull him off of that bench in court and he turns around and waves, that's it.
Well,
we're not seeing this guy again.
I'm glad you said that, because a guy that seems to be on the comeback trail, if we can do a little football news, is your buddy Johnny Manziel. He's hoping that a stint in the Spring League is going to help jumpstart his NFL comeback. He's going to try it this spring. He's a former Heisman Trophy winner. His NFL career, we talked about on the show, fizzled after 2 seasons, and he's going to participate in the Spring League developmental football program that's going to be from March 28th through April 15th, and he made this announcement today, and football, he says, has been a large part of his life for as long as he can remember. Sometimes you take for granted how much you value something until it's gone.
As long as he can remember. That's the problem. He can't remember.
My goal is to make it back to the NFL, and I realize I have to earn the privilege.
I'm such a dope addict. I need the money.
So he's based in Austin, Texas. This program that he's going to be features 4 teams.
Yeah,
they practice and play at the same location to give the NFL scouts and others the opportunity to evaluate players.
Well, the Tiger Cats up in Hamilton, they offered him a job. And
They did?
Yeah, and they couldn't get together on the contract. They apparently didn't have any blow that was inside the locker room for him before games.
Well, they're excited.
That's what he wanted, you know.
Well,
he wanted it.
Is that what he? Well, he's there. The CEO of the Spring League, Brian Wood, says, we're quoting him. We're excited to have such a dynamic player in Johnny Manziel taking part in the Spring League. We believe our platform is the ideal form for Mr. Manziel to enact his NFL comeback.
That's the Coke at halftime philosophy.
Cleveland Browns had him for a while. That didn't work out so well, did it?
Well, they wouldn't give him any blow.
And,
so he had to leave practice, and he went out to tailgate, and then he got some blow and some burgers.
They were going to, like you say, give him to the Hamilton Tiger Cats, but he couldn't come up with a contract. So there you have it. Now, the radio station, there's a Boston sports radio station. They're facing criticism after the host used a stereotyped Asian accent to impersonate New England Patriots
quarterback.
What's
wrong with that, Joe?
Tom Brady's agent.
Are you kidding me?
They're going to suspend live programming while employees receive sensitivity training. This is WEEI announced Wednesday that the live programs will halt from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Friday, when the staff participates in mandatory all-day training. It comes after host Christian Farina impersonated Don Yi on last Friday. He's born in Sacramento, California, but of Chinese descent.
What's wrong
and Farina,
with that?
as a former Patriots tight end, was suspended for 5 days and has since apologized.
Did he make him look foolish?
Yeah, and I guess he did.
Is that, wait a minute.
But I don't know. It's like they should take the guy that did it and not to dunk the whole team.
Yi is of Chinese descent.
Yeah.
But was born in Sacramento, so he's really not Chinese.
Yeah, well, he's American, and born here, yes.
Foria, a former Patriots tight end, was suspended for 5 days and has since apologized. I'm so sorry. But the Boston Globe reports at least 5 advertisers have terminated or suspended commercial
You got to be careful now, I'm telling you.
as a result of the incident.
It is.
Well, you have a white guy. You have this white guy, Christian Fauria, F-A-U-R-I-A, impersonating a person of color.
Yeah.
So he's prime. He's primed to be railroaded right out of not only his job but his life.
Now, let me ask you this question. If you do this, because you go to comedy clubs and they have usually
it doesn't make any difference.
It doesn't matter anymore,
no,
right?
It doesn't make any difference.
It doesn't.
No, if you're white, you got a problem. And
Yeah,
I'll guarantee you, if you had what Jane Wu, what's her name, the woman, the Chinese woman, she can do these imitations of people.
The Asian
all
woman,
she
yes,
wants.
yes.
She can do these imitations all she wants,
And she's okay.
Nothing can happen. A white guy gets up there and does it, and they crucify the guy. Oh, I do it all the time.
More straight ahead. Your thoughts on this? Follow Fred Dryer on Facebook, facebook.com/The Real Fred Dryer. Twitter, Fred_Dryer, D-R-Y-E-R. Send him an email, freddryer@crntalk.com. And don't forget his website, freddryer.co, where you can download Highway 395, his latest movie, and get pictures, check out memorabilia, freddryer.co. That's .co. Check it out.
Hey Lorraine, do you realize that your mother, my mother-in-law, Chef Maria, has been serving Las Vegas since 1949?
Yes, I do, Dennis. That's when she first met Howard Hughes, who fell in love with her cooking.
And in 1955, she opened her first restaurant on Fremont Street.
Yes, dear. And another great customer was Liberace.
Wow. Then in 1962, while Frank Sinatra and the Rat Pack were causing global excitement on the Las Vegas Strip, your family opened their second restaurant.
And in 1972, Elvis Presley began electrifying Las Vegas audiences and eating in our restaurant.
You know, Lorraine, this is quite a town. There's only one Las Vegas.
And there's only one Bootlegger Italian Bistro.
Folks, when you're in Las Vegas, come visit us. We'll make you feel like you're part of our family.
The Bootlegger Italian Bistro, conveniently located at 7700 Las Vegas Boulevard, South Strip. Visit our website at www.bootleggerlasvegas.com.
Hi, everyone. This is Fred Dryer with some breaking news. My new movie, Highway 395, has just been released. Highway 395 is my latest movie and is now available for all of my friends and listeners to own. Highway 395 is a classic modern-day Western thriller. Action, romance, and the frontier spirit. It's all there in my new movie, Highway 395. Now, here's the best part. You can own this movie tonight by going to my brand new website, freddryer.co. Head to my website now at freddryer.co and check out the trailer. Then order the movie for a great night of entertainment. And while you're at freddryer.co, check out the memorabilia and my career highlights. But don't forget to order my new action thriller movie, Highway 395. So head over to freddryer.co. That's freddryer.co.
The legends of Ka'anapali Luau at the Ka'anapali Beach Hotel will take your breath away with an abundant feast, spellbinding dances, and music from Lei Pono Productions. Be greeted with a lei and browse to see island crafts made by local artisans. As you hear the pu or conch shell blow, your luau experience will begin. The featured entree is a whole roasted pig and a bountiful menu of some of Hawaii's favorite food choices. Oh, you can't forget our famous made in-house taro poi. As your night comes to an end under the spell of the moon, be amazed by the famous firewalk. By the end of the night, you'll be full, and we hope you'll have made new friends and some forever memories while you continue to listen to music from Maui's local Hawaiian musicians every Monday night at Hawaii's most Hawaiian hotel. Ka'anapali Beach Hotel, voted Best Aloha Spirit by Hawaii Magazine readers. Call 667-0128 or visit legendsofka'anapali.com for your exciting island adventure.
Back in the Sports Lounge, Michael Horn with the one and only Fred Dryer. I want to remind you, check out Fred Dryer's Facebook page, facebook.com/The Real Fred Dryer. Make comments. Don't forget to like the page. A lot of people enjoying that. Facebook.com/The Real Fred Dryer. Check it out on Facebook. I tell you about that all the time, but make sure and like it. Back here in the Sports Lounge, one of your favorites, Fred, LeVar Ball is there. He's kind of the Kris Jenner of basketball. He's jumping into the food world with his latest business venture. It's called Big Baller Bottled Water. We get this story from Fresh Sports Talk, and the Big Baller brand is teaming up with a Lithuanian-based mineral water called Birstonas Mineral Water, and they're going to distribute the Big Baller brand, or BBB branded bottles, here in the United States. Currently, nobody in the NBA has advertising campaigns with a bottled water firm. Steph Curry's got the Brita water filters, but LeVar Ball, as he says it, quoting him now, everyone in the U.S. is for some reason too proud for water campaigns. There are energy drinks that get advertised, but no one even thought about water. So, what do you think?
Listen, I got to tell you something. I don't mean to be mean.
Yes, you do.
All right. I don't care at all what this guy says.
You don't?
Unless he says to us, I'm going to cut my vocal cords.
You don't
and then I'd say, well, all right, let me help you. That's it. I don't want to listen to. I don't want to be manipulated. I don't want to take my time listening to him. He has yet to say anything of value. I wish he would just say, I'm going to leave my son alone and let him have his career and his life, and I'm going to go back to Lithuania and marry a yak or whatever the heck it is he's going to do back there. And by the way, if you want to get rid of those shoes, tie a bottle of water to him.
What's going on with LiAngelo? Is he still playing in that?
And Jello and Mello and all these other guys?
Yeah.
These guys who can't play basketball?
But Alonzo's still doing all right, huh?
Oh, they give news blurbs, a local station here gives news blurbs about how Mello and Jello are doing, and they don't tell you that the teams they're playing, he says they just scored 37 points, and Mello had 52 rebounds. They don't tell you that they're playing against a 14-year-old, guys who were under 5
They're
foot.
in Lithuania. They're in the Lithuanian basketball league right now.
This
So
is
that's the latest. Some bottled water.
You don't want to be a part of this manipulation, do you?
I'm not.
Okay.
Now, Fox is in the news. They have decided to broadcast the NFL draft for the first time. Fox is deepening their commitment to the NFL, and for the first time, they're going to televise the NFL draft. A lot of people have been saying this, and they're going to team up with the NFL Network for a joint production.
How different is it going to be? What are they going to do?
I don't know. Just Fred
Dryer, when they announce them,
number 5.
when they announce them, are they going to do a dance when they come up and get accept their award and their hat and their jersey and hold it up, take a photograph with the commissioner? What's going to happen?
There's going to be commentators from both the NFL Network and Fox.
What's going to happen?
Going to appear there, and Fox is going to televise the first round on Thursday, April 26th.
I know.
And the second and third rounds on Friday, April 27th.
We don't need more programming. We don't need any more of this sports.
Well, there's a lot of channels to fill.
Sports crap programming.
I think we should have a Fred Dryer
I
channel.
understand how it all works. I understand, and I'm all for people trying to get programming and make it work, and it's all wonderful. But then you have to criticize and be realistic about what you're promoting and what you're selling and what you're producing. That stuff is crap.
Well, they've signed their first sponsor, I guess, for this. They've got Big Baller bottled water that's going to go ahead and advertise on it.
Yeah, and that's how they're getting rid of the shoes.
The Big Baller brand.
They're going to strap the water to the
just to get a complimentary pair of shoes.
Yeah,
hey, check everything out. Follow Fred, as I mentioned, on Facebook, facebook.com/The Real Fred Dryer. Like that page, FredDryer.com/The Real Fred Dryer. On Twitter, Fred_Dryer, DRYER. Email him, FredDryer@CRNTalk.com, and check out Highway 395, his new movie, at his website, FredDryer.co. Don't you dare miss out on that.
Which was most appropriate because that was your theme.
Are you tired of hearing your favorite talk radio show sound like this? What if you could hear your favorite shows in crystal clear, high-definition digital sound? Well, with CRN Digital Talk Radio's 6 channels of high-definition radio, you can now hear all of your favorite hosts like you've never heard them before in CRN HD. The difference is amazing. Catch your favorite political hosts like Dennis Prager, Tom Hartman, Barry Farber, and so many more. Entertainment and lifestyle programming like The Robert Conrad Show, The What's Cooking Show, and The What's Cooking on Wine Show, all in true CRN HD audio. Sports, business, travel, food, wine, politics, there is something for everyone, and it's all available in CRN
high definition sound. Log on to www.crntalk for listings and information on all your favorite shows. That's www.crntalk.com.